Miau! Und willkommen zurück zu Trails from Zero. Ich habe offscreen noch mal ein bisschen rumgeguckt und mir ist was aufgefallen. Ich bin überall noch mal hingegangen und hier war die ganze Zeit eine Treppe. Ich bin hier zweimal schon drin gewesen und habe die nicht gesehen, weil ich aus dieser Perspektive immer gesehen habe. Nur hier, da wäre irgendwie so ein Geländer in der Mitte und das wäre ein Loch, dachte ich. Ich habe die Treppe einfach nicht gesehen. Ich dachte, das wäre einfach nur ein Abgrund, aber jetzt kann man hier scheinbar runter. Und hier war ich einfach die ganze Zeit nicht. Ha, super. Dabei habe ich diese Tür schon mal gesehen, als ich die zur Hälfte deaktiviert habe. Na, so finde ich dann eventuell auch den Schlüssel, ne? Wenn ich... Ich mache hier mal gerade das, dann geht die Tür vielleicht auf. Ja. Es fehlt noch ein weiterer Hebel. Hier ist noch ein Gegner, der mich aber nicht stört, solange ich hier einfach in die... Ach, guck mal. EP3. So, you finally figured out how to get to me, did ya? Ja, das hat mich auch mega geärgert, dass ich das bisher nicht wusste. Hat irgendwer EP2 oder so? Zum Beispiel Tio. Ja. Ich kann sie aber noch nicht ausrüsten, weil der Slot noch aufgewertet werden muss. Ja, ganz toll. Ja, dann mache ich jetzt erst das und mache das mit EP dann später. Jedenfalls die Truhe habe ich jetzt. Und hier ist noch Celestial Balm drin. Which idiot named it Insomnia and not resisting arrest? Versteht ihr? Weil resisting arrest kann auch heißen, sich der Verhaftung zu widersetzen. Lustig, ne? Gut, dann können wir jetzt, denke ich mal, durch die Tür gehen. Das war alles. Das Ding hier ist natürlich wieder respawned. Rest. Und da werden wahrscheinlich wieder Gegner auf uns warten. Speichern. Und dann finden wir endlich den zweiten Schlüssel. Guck mal, wir machen jetzt einfach mal hier von Tio und Ellie den gemeinsamen Angriff, weil wir den noch nie gesehen haben. Code Gehenna. Scheinbar heißt das nicht Gehenna, sondern Gehenna. Und damit sind die alle schon fast besiegt. Guck mal, dann kommt Randy jetzt nochmal hinterher mit seinem Deadly Storm. So, in die Reihe. Das geht leider nicht, dass beide getroffen werden, die nicht eingeeist sind, aber... Ich finde die Attacke voll cool. Hat ein bisschen was mich an Kevins Attacke erinnert, die er im dritten Teil hatte. Ich weiß gerade nicht mehr, wie die hieß. Er macht sich jetzt selbst das Eis kaputt, okay. Ich weiß gerade nicht mehr, wie die Attacke hieß. Ich fand die auf jeden Fall da auch schon ziemlich geil. Cross Rage? Hieß die Cross Rage? War das Cross Rage? Tada! Carnelia Key. A second key. This should allow us to proceed past the lock in the reception room. Ja, endlich. Wir sehen uns dann wieder oben. Ey. Das ist scheiße lang der Weg dahin und das ist mega nervig, die ganzen Monster unterwegs wieder zu besiegen, weil die respawned sind. Wir sehen uns oben. So. Jetzt haben wir den zweiten Schlüssel. Zack, Carnelia Key inserted. Okay, es schließt den Tisch auf, nicht das Bücherregal. To think that they created such a device just for just one room? That cluster of footprints leads me to believe that room is used frequently. So Macaroni has his own little secret hideout, does he? This can only mean one thing. His private quarters are further inside. Now that you mention it, we haven't seen the head honcho's office yet, have we? I am of the opinion that more clues will turn up further in. Alright, let's try going down, everyone. Ja. Da. Muss die Treppe natürlich auch treffen. Rest. Nochmal. Das hier wird dann wohl der Gang zum Boss sein. Ob Garcia noch da ist? Als einziger? You guys think this is Macaroni's office? Considering how pointlessly decked out this place is, I'm gonna go with yeah. Enough standing around. Let's go inside. We may be able to find clues regarding the whereabouts of the missing people. Intruders detected. Exiting standby mode. What? Everyone, get back. Das ist ein Samurai-Roboter. What the heck is this? A robot? Ja, ein Samurai-Roboter. The mother of all machines is crashing the party? Switching to interception mode. 5 targets identified. Weapon diagnostics complete. Mustang activated. Initiating interception. Remotely controlled attack units. Look alive, everyone. Let's send this hunk of metal back to the scrapyard, where it belongs. Got it. Wirklich so ein Samurai. Craft. Aerial Cannon. Komm, mach das mal. Dann sehen wir die jetzt auch mal. Ach ja, die kleinsten Waffen haben immer den größten Wumms. Und Randy hat auch eine neue S-Craft, nämlich Death Scorpion. Das ist Skorpion! Und das war ein kritischer Angriff sogar. So, dann machst du gleich Rising Sun hinterher. So. Ich glaube, Tio hatte auch noch eine neue S-Craft gelernt, ne? Genau. Ach ja, Zero Field. Ja, nee, das will ich jetzt nicht machen. Dann mach lieber den Ether Buster nochmal. Zero Field bringt mir gerade nichts. Guck mal, der Boss ist fast besiegt. Du greifst nochmal an. Craft. Warcry. Craft. Death Scorpion. Das war's. War ja ein schwieriger Boss. T-Material nochmal bekommen, okay. That was way harder than any of the other occasions we found so far. Ich will ja nichts sagen, aber jetzt bist du wieder so im Keuchen. Aber wo das eine Ding mich fast fertig gemacht hätte, ohne dass ich irgendwas machen konnte. Ohne dass ich irgendwie mal am Zug gewesen wäre, bevor es mich umgebracht hat. Da sagt Randy, ja, das war ja easy. Ihr wollt mich doch verarschen. No kidding. How hasn't Eiyuu had this beast of a machine sicked on him yet? I'm certain that controlling a machine of this nature is exceedingly difficult. There is a strong possibility it would go on a rampage without a skilled engineer handling it. I'm just glad we didn't have to fight it in the middle of the city. It would have been much harder for us. Yeah, seriously. Okay, we've cleared the final obstacle. Let us examine the room. Right. Wo auch noch eine Kiste drin steht. Will ich nur noch mal sagen. Da ist noch eine Kiste drin. Die ich in den Filmsequenzen zwischendurch immer gesehen habe. In den Cutscenes. Da kam das immer. Macht das auf. We finally made it to the Don's office. We'll be going beyond the point of no return in multiple ways if we enter this room. What should we do? Ah, okay. Danach kann ich nie wieder nicht mehr frei in Crossbell City rumlaufen bis zum Ende des Kapitels. Dann gehe ich vorher noch mal raus und reporte gerade noch die abgeschlossenen Quests, die ich noch habe. Und guck mal, ob ich mich noch ein bisschen weiter vorbereiten kann, was Ordnance und so angeht. Wir sehen uns dann gleich wieder hier. So, ich habe, schätze ich mal, alles angepasst, was ich anpassen kann. Ich werde dann jetzt einfach mal weitermachen. Ja, gut. Unlock. Da ist die Kiste, die ich meinte. This is the office of a man who clearly indulges himself in luxury. It still does not reach the same level of absurdity as Speaker Hartman's home, however. Das stimmt. Yeah, I guess the two of them are pretty similar. Hey! A stupid move for a smart lady, Theotot. Why the sudden silence? I've been well aware of what you two pulled at the Schwarze Auktion. The First Division has been trying to put a stop to their illegal activities for a while now. Oh, regardless, this definitely seems like it's Macaroni's office. I think we scoped out Ravish's entire headquarters and yet... Yeah, neither the Mafia members nor the missing people are here. If there really are any clues lying around, odds are they're in this office. Time is precious. Let's split up and search the room. Yes, sir. I'm sure we'll find something soon. Ja. Zum Beispiel diese Kiste hier. The chest is locked. I don't think I'll be able to unlock this with a lockpick. So that means, should I try searching the room? Ist das eine Monsterkiste, die wir mit Lloyd dann alleine machen müssen? Was ist denn da? Sieht wieder aus wie so ein Burger in einer Flasche. Dabei ist das Etikett. The cabinet has a wide selection of vintage alcohol. Not sure where I was expecting to find anything other than fancy wine here. Actually, I have an idea. Lloyd lifted each bottle one by one. Bingo. Treasure chest key. I don't think any of his subordinates would ever dare touch this cabinet. Not a bit bad hiding place, Macaroni. Looks like they even prepared a catalog of merchandise for the Schwarze Auktion. From means of acquisition to contracts, it's all summarized in detail right here. To think that they even acquired a masterpiece stolen by Phantom Thief B. If this info became public, it could possibly cause an international uproar. Ja, Phantom Thief B. So we've managed to find files directly tying Ravishé to illegal smuggling. I thought I had an idea of what they were doing, but to think that scale of their operation was this massive. Damn it. If only we had a search warrant. This is enough evidence to put them behind bars for a whole century. Ja, das überleben sie nicht. I found a list of Crossbell's most influential political and business figures engaged in acts of bribery. It includes not only the speaker but also several Imperial Faction Diet members, the CGF commander, and other directors of various organizations. According to this, they received vast sums of Myra from enterprises in return to silencing matters involving Ravishé. File here talks about Ravish's arms smuggling routes. They even control all the routes I knew about. I'd bet they are making use of Garcias Jäger connections. Jetzt gucken wir doch mal, was in dieser Kiste ist. The chest is locked. Use treasure chest key. Okay, looks like I managed to open it. These look like files. I should flip through them. Noses delivery receipts. Noses shipping receipts. There it is. It's as we thought. They are responsible for distributing the drugs. And it looks like that cult is behind the production of noses. What kind of relationship do they have? Hold on, there's something sitting in the corner of the chest. Is this a CPD badge? Is this eventually die von Lloyd? Damaged officer badge. There's no way. Moment. Ich bin mir ziemlich sicher, dass das gerade ein Bild aus einer Erzählung von Tio war. Und ich glaube nicht, dass sie ausdrücklich gesagt hat, da war eine Schramme drauf auf der Marke. Das war irgendwie, jetzt hat Lloyd sich an was erinnert, was eigentlich gar nicht seine Erinnerung ist. Das macht nicht so viel Sinn. Each and every missing person is written on this list. We found out decisive evidence that the Mafia is responsible for spreading the drugs. We've also managed to confirm that Gnosis was concocted by the terrible cult. How was the Mafia able to get their hands on something like this? According to the shipment inventory, it looks like somebody's been supplying it to them. Does Macaroni really have this strong a tie to the cult? Is there any other way to look at it? According to the documents, his contact was an acquaintance he met many years back. He prescribed the drugs to some warhounds and even provided a surefire method of easily manipulating them. Damn, man! It takes Jaegers a long-ass time to train those canines. The fact that they've got so many of them lying around in their arsenal isn't sitting too well with me. Does that mean a member of the cult has been in cahoots with them? But who could it be? We can deduce that it's someone living in Crossbell, judging by how frequently they are in contact. I don't know the answer. What I do know is, regarding the location of the missing people and the reason behind the sudden disappearance of the entire Mafia, my intuition tells me that this mystery contact is the man behind the curtain. I agree with Lloyd. Those blue pills are likely an enhanced version of the original Gnosis from 6 years ago. That monster managed to perfect the formula and is now supplying the Mafia with it. Tio! It's alright, Tio. We're with you. Never again. We'll never let them touch you again. Thank you, Lloyd. Whoever this guy is, he seems like a real piece of shit. I'm gonna enjoy kicking his slimy ass. The real problem is, how are we going to lure him out of his hiding place? Right, we're lacking in numbers. We already have to deal with the vanished Mafia, the search for the missing persons, and the bomb threat at the airport too. If the higher-ups, when putting so much pressure on the force, we could do something about it, but... Damn it. To think that the director was completely won over by petty bribery. If it weren't for that, we'd be able to mobilize the entire CPD and work on countermeasures. Has he no shame? He's a blight on the name of the CPD. Hey Dudley, wie wär's, wenn wir die Bracer mit einbeziehen? I have a suggestion. Why don't we request the help of the Braces? Ja, Leute, genau daran habe ich auch gedacht. Ich meine, die sind unabhängig und sind von dieser Bribery nicht betroffen. Ah. Good thinking, pal. They'd be a colossal help right about now. Think before you speak, Bannings. The widespread corruption within the CPD would be exposed to the guild if we did that. Corruption is corruption, no matter its origin. It's a price the whole force will have to pay. Genau, und solange das unter den Tisch gekehrt wird, wird sich da ja auch nichts ändern, oder? All of us will have to bear the responsibility of sweeping it under the rug. Isn't it best to embrace the embarrassment and accept consequences in order to move forward? Damn. We cannot be sure what will happen to the missing people if we continue to waste time as well. Not only that, but we still don't have a damn clue what the Mafia's main objective is. This isn't an appropriate time to persist in holding onto your pride, Dudley. So these are the kinds of people Sergei has gathered for himself. Very well, I understand. I'll leave it to you to contact the guild. I'll go and secure the 1st Division's help behind the top brass back. I may even be able to enlist help from the 2nd Division depending on the situation. Dudley, thank you. I appreciate you giving us a chance. Don't misunderstand me. It just so happens that we have no other choice in these circumstances. More importantly, Bannings, are you fine holding on to that badge? Oh. It's a damaged CPD badge. You sure that's your brother's old badge? Yeah, I'm almost positive it is. Tio, do you remember seeing this? Yes, I imagine it was damaged during one of the raids on the cult lodges. He told me it was his badge of honor. I see. No wonder he didn't bother to exchange it for a new one despite my constant pestering. Dudley, you and my brother worked together, right? Since my brother transferred to the 1st Division and all. Yeah, I suppose. To be frank, he wasn't the type of man to mesh well with the 1st Division. Overbearing and reckless, always acting independently, he stood out like a sore thumb. He hardly cooperated with anyone, especially me. We were constantly at odds during every case. However, everyone in the 1st Division acknowledged him for the detective he was. Myself included, of course. Is that right? When he was killed in the line of duty, it hit all of us in the 1st Division much harder than we ever could have imagined. Although we never really saw eye to eye with Guy, perhaps somewhere inside us we all envied that eternal enthusiasm he carried. We all desperately searched for the culprit, but in the end we were at a loss. My apologies, Bannings. I didn't intend to drag up painful memories. Don't worry about it. It's okay. My brother definitely had a problem of running off to investigate cases on his own. Honestly, just hearing about your reaction to Guy's death is more than enough for me. I see. However, here we are on the verge of a breakthrough. We finally have a lead on who the culprit is. That being said, this is something the 1st Division suspected from the start. You might be able to settle your brother's old score for... No, I'll worry about my brother later. We've got a mountain of pressing issues to handle right in front of us already. I'll worry about Guy once we've solved these. Lloyd. You really ought to take it down a notch, Lloyd. You can get too serious at times. Lloyd will be Lloyd. You just gotta love the guy. Very well, Bannings. Let us both set out to what we must. We can't have that annoyingly optimistic man outdo us from beyond the grave. Right. Also geht's jetzt los. Jetzt startet das große Finale. Tatsächlich. Also war das tatsächlich so, dass wir nie wieder jetzt Crossbell scheinbar erkunden können. Damit hatte ich nicht gerechnet. Ah, wir wurden promoted. Aquarius Gem. Ich habe ja vorher gespeichert, dann kann ich da nochmal hin irgendwann, um das zu gucken. Ja, continue. The same day, 2:40 p.m. Oh, I see. They finally made it. Ist das Rennen? Ich hab's mir doch gedacht. Wieder am Hacken. Da ist ein Ouroboros-Symbol auf der Tür. All of the pieces have received an invitation now. With this, is everything prepared for the party? Who shall uncover the demon's identity first? Stelle and Joshua or the special support section? Mir fällt gerade auf, kann es sein, Kann es sein, dass Ren diejenige war? Also die dritte Person, die von außen Eiyuu hingewiesen hat auf die Bombe? War das Ren? Or perhaps it will be... As always, you act as if you've already seen how things will play out. Old voice. Ist das der Grandpa? I'm not so brash as to claim that. All I see are the threads of fate that comprise the web I'm entangled in. I can't help but be curious as to what kind of fabric all these intertwining destinies will weave in this state of Crossbell. That, dear Meister, is all I see.
Very well then. I'm not aware of what the Mafia and that cult are planning, but I imagine things are going to get noisy.
Jörg. Das ist wieder so ein übertrieben deutscher Name einfach. Der sieht auch so übertrieben wie so ein deutscher Holzfäller aus.
Well, I suppose we reap what we sow. No, perhaps this is retribution.
Indeed. One could say that this is retribution for all the sin that has accumulated in that vast city of Grey. And here I was almost sure that the society was involved in all of this.
Crossbell is a buffer state between Ouroboros and the Septian Church, after all. The Pope prohibits the Knights from taking action and the Grandmaster doesn't dispatch any enforcers.
Trotzdem ist einer hier. Es sind sogar zwei hier, wenn man Joshua mitzählt. Und man hat Phantom Thief B auch schon Kontakt gehabt, also 3.
That's just the official position, of course.
I always thought that your studio was rather dubious. However, I never imagined you'd go so far as to craft your own system that can remotely interfere with Crossbell's orbital network. Thank you for that. Now I'll never have to worry about getting bored ever again.
If I was of use to you, then I suppose my efforts were worth it. When that man cursed me to cooperate, I nearly destroyed it out of spite.
I see that your strained relationship with the professor hasn't improved in the slightest. Geht's jetzt um den Internetdoktor oder den anderen Professor, der schon tot ist? Head of the 13 Factories. Okay, es geht um den perversen Internetdoktor. Head of the 13 Factories and Ouroboros, Styx Anguith, Professor Novartis. He has the astral code, so what about the Epstein test models interest him so much?
It's useless to try and find out what that man is thinking. He was probably intending to use it for some confounded plans of his. Honestly, did I have to wreck all of my research models?
You're referring to that Crimson Warrior that the Special Support Section fought, correct? From what I've seen on the terminal, it must have been quite the excellent creation.
I had my suspicions, but it certainly has its issues with situational awareness and apt decision-making. Before you propose it, no, I don't think it would have been a good partner for you.
A shame. The professor must have also realized that I'm staying here. But me aside, did he not have anything to say about him?
He's been quiet for now.
Joshua?
I was supposed to be focused on constructing his new frame.
Padamada.
But I seem to have gotten carried away. I ended up spending a bit of time finishing his troublesome attitude control and reinforced the structural integrity of his joints. Now he won't have any room to complain.
Thank you very much, Meister. Now, at long last, the final gamble can begin. What's with the dreary face? You crafted an assortment of dolls for me, taught me how to wind them up, and allowed me to take refuge here. I truly am thankful, Meister.
What nonsense is this? I haven't done anything worthy of praise. Besides, you're going to be quite busy today, aren't you? It might be a little early, but let's put all this aside for now and have some tea.
I would love to. Ja, eine Tea Party. Patamada. Patamada, let us go have tea. It will be a long day after all. Actually, it very well may be the longest day in the history of Crossbell State. Der längste Tag in Crossbells Geschichte. Finale, Crossbell's longest day. The same day, 3 p.m. Okay.
I understand how unfortunate for things to turn out this way.
We were starting to get a lead on the missing persons case, but it seems like we were too late on figuring it out this time. Who would have thought the cult would rear its ugly head again? So, Arios, you were involved with the cult incident that took place 6 years ago, right? Do you think there's a possibility that some of the cultists may have survived?
Let me think back on it. We definitely neutralized all of the lodges, but it's possible some of them may have survived. If they sought assistance from a criminal organization, they could have easily taken refuge underground. Ravish's final definitely sounds like the most likely group to have hit their asses.
Why would they bother engaging in something that risky though? I can't imagine someone as calculating as Don Macaroni didn't feel uneasy about it. Definitely, there are a lot of groups out there that would take action if they found out that the cult was still worming their way around. They'd be dealing with more than just us. The church and that nefarious society wouldn't sit still either. I think I get it. You're saying that there are parts to the puzzle that we haven't pieced together yet.
Right. We don't have the time to look into it right now, though. We need to focus on our efforts on chasing down the mafia and locating the missing persons. I'd say there's a high chance that these incidents are connected with the remaining cultists.
Excuse me, if I may.
You sure want to cooperate with us?
Yeah, we don't have time to bicker. We can't just idly stand by while some of our citizens have gone missing. Not to mention there's the drug-related injuries too. Thanks for helping us out. We hope to be of use to you.
Yes, likewise. Now that we are settled, we should decide on how we want to petition our duties. Putting aside Estelle and Joshua, what are the other members doing right now?
Fortunately, Scott and Lynn don't have anything urgent to tend to. So, including Estelle and Joshua, that makes 7 of us.
Okay, please call everyone here. Let's try and cover any important locations before the day is over.
You got it. I'll go and contact them now. Okay. Your coordination never ceases to amaze me.
It's the strongest asset us Bracers have. Being powerful is more than just a numbers game. Come to think of it, have you briefed Chief Sergei on the situation?
Yeah, he's already granted us permission to cooperate with you. He offered his thanks to you too, Arios.
Is that so?
Excuse me, Arios? Weren't you working under the chief when you were still in the force? Alongside my brother?
I was. It was Sergei, Guy, and myself. The 3 of us were considered the most successful team in the history of the force. We accomplished more than any other group, including the 1st Division. However, I quit the force 5 years ago due to personal reasons, and with that, we were no more. Sergei went back to the academy, and Guy was transferred into the 1st Division. And then, 2 years later, Guy was killed in the line of duty. Naturally, I don't intend to speculate what could have happened if I never quit the force. I had my reasons to leave. I left with the determination to achieve my own goals. But even so, I still reminisce about them. Those were the glory days. I spent the best years of my life working with an eccentric boss and a passionate partner. Look at me rambling like an old man. To be honest, I'm jealous of your group.
Really? Why?
Didn't think I'd ever hear the divine blade of wind say that in my lifetime.
If anything, I'd say we're the ones who should be jealous of the guild's open atmosphere.
The police have their own duties to perform, just as the guild has theirs. If it's the guild's role to pursue justice outside the scope of political authority, then it's the police's job to seek that same justice, all while burdened with said authority's many contradictions. Surely you've noticed the presence of a number of contradictions and unreasonable circumstances placed upon you. You're not alone. It's something I grappled with in the past. Bad as it is now, you might learn much from it, just as I did.
Pursuing justice while confronting the contradictions created by those same political powers. A novel concept. So you're saying that my brother chased after this idea of justice as well?
Yes, I truly believe that. That's precisely why Sergei worked hard to have the SSS established. But that's enough lecturing from me for one day. You should work hard to find your own answers. That's probably what Guy would have wanted too.
Right.
Dang, now that's what I call a tough assignment.
We're back! Estelle und Joshua. Ja, und Shizuku ist auch da. Oh, it's Estelle, Joshua, and Shizuku. Welcome back, guys. Your clothes look absolutely adorable, Shizuku. Thank you. Hi everyone, I'm pleased to be with you. I'm happy to see you again, Shizuku.
Sounds like you enjoyed your day off, kiddo.
Und wie war es mit Kia? Hat's mit Kia gespielt?
I had to deal with some urgent requests, so Estelle and Joshua accompanied her. I apologize for putting this on the two of you.
It's no biggie. I had the super rare opportunity to hang out with sweet little Shizuku. She even let me squish those adorable cheeks of hers. Estelle, you're embarrassing me. Get a grip, Estelle. You're not some doting old man. Der Controller ist schon wieder weg. Putting that aside, I heard the news from Michel. He told us that we're making a temporary alliance with the police.
Yes, that's right. I'll explain further once the other members have assembled. Lloyd, I'd like for the members of the SSS to participate if possible.
We can definitely do that. Once everyone had assembled, they reviewed the current situation. After all of the responsibilities had been divvied up amongst the group, Lloyd and the others returned home to the SSS. Das sind unsere Bracer-Kollegen dann jetzt, ne? Ach so, wir sind gar nicht in der... Also ich dachte, das heißt, wir sind jetzt zurückgegangen. Okay, we'll assume responsibility for Shizuku and keep her under our care. Chief Sergei and Zeit are usually at the annex. They'll be able to keep watch, so you needn't worry over her.
Right, I'm counting on you. Be a good girl and wait for me, Shizuku.
Yes, father. Please be careful out there, everyone.
Of course. You don't need to worry about us.
Yeah, though it would have been better if we weren't short-staffed. She's right. This place is an open target once we're all out there investigating. Are you sure you guys are fine with this? If we're lending you a hand with your investigation... Relax, man. Stop worrying so much. You're still waiting for a call back from the hospital, right? finding out that drugs composition is important information. Leave the missing persons to us. You can start preparing for the next mission. So, we're really teaming up with the police. It's fairly common in Remiferia, but I never thought I'd see the day in Crossbell. Pleased to be working with you, everyone.
No, ma'am. The pleasure is mine.
Likewise.
If you run into any trouble, please don't hesitate to contact us. We'll be sure to contact you if we learn any new information.
Alright, everybody, it's time to go out there and kick some butt. Yeah! Wir wollen doch alle ein paar Ärsche treten. Man, I feel a little overwhelmed. I anticipated Aria's proficiency, but Estelle and Joshua show promise too. Once you factor in all of the other members, everyone appears to be highly skilled.
I'm willing to bet a few mirror that they're all B rank or higher, but ain't it kinda rare for a branch to have this many butt embraces?
All this means is that the guild realizes the importance of Crossbell, right? However, they know they have the upper hand since they can't act in ways the police can't. Yeah, all that means is that we'll just have to work twice as hard. Sorry, Shizuku, it's not exactly professional of us to discuss this in front of you. Oh please, I don't mind at all. Of course, I've heard that my father was a police officer a long time ago. I know there are plenty of complicated problems happening right now. But this time everybody's going to work together to fix it, right? Yeah. Though I think we're receiving more help than we're providing. Oh yeah, I just remembered that handmade pendant from the other day. Were you able to give it to your dad? Oh yes, I did. The truth is, Father came to visit me last night. I managed to give him the present, but I can only wonder about the look on his face. He went silent for a bit before he awkwardly thanked me.
I bet he said something like, I'll hold on to this.
Yes, essentially. A man of few words indeed. It sounds like even somebody like Arias manages to get embarrassed by dear little Shizuku. Yeah, and I think that's a testament to how important you are to him. Anyway, we'll lead you to the SSS now, if that's okay with you. Mind holding on to my hand? Okay, thank you for the assistance. Now that I think about it, Kia's there, isn't she? Yes, she is. I think she's probably playing with Sight right about now. I'm sure Kia would be delighted to have you participate in the fun. I'm glad to hear that.
Righto! Think it's about time we escort the princess to our castle.
Okay. Ihr werdet verfolgt von so einer Frau. Ich würde die im Auge behalten. The same day, 5 p.m. Ich dachte, bis Mittag wollte der sich gemeldet haben. Es ist mittlerweile jetzt 5 nachmittags. Das ist schon lange Zeit nach der Frist. Ja, merkst du auch, ne? Wann ruft er endlich an?
Ah, he's gotta be messing with us at this point, right? Like, wasn't Günther going to contact us at noon?
Yes, he was. I called the medical college, but apparently he's shut himself up in his lab, conducting all sorts of experiments. The professor may have run into trouble while analyzing the drug's composition. Then again, he very well may have let his lazy nature take over and left to fish. Yeah, I don't think that's the case this time, Tio.
That professor still hasn't got back to you with the results.
No, sir. According to St. Ursula, he's holed himself up in his lab, running test after test. If things continue like this, it might be better to go talk to him face to face.
Possibly. I want to know that what that drug's made of before anyone else get hurt. You four hurry to St. Ursula. Leave coordinating with the guild to me.
Thank you, Chief. We'll leave right away.
Then I guess we'd better go catch a bus down to the medical college.
Okay. Das machen wir dann aber beim nächsten Mal. Ich muss immer wieder finden, wo hier okay, A. Aus irgendeinem Grund ist der A-Knopf auf der Tastatur das Menü. Jetzt sehen wir uns beim nächsten Mal dann an dieser Stelle weiter, wenn hoffentlich auch der Controller wieder funktioniert. Bis dann, Leute. Ciao.